Greetings, and for joining tonight's broadcast. Okay, it's about the Astral Matrix War, and we do the Elders of Agartha. So far, no one has showed up. As I said that yesterday, something came through another dimension. Obviously, you could not see it, and it cut my audio yesterday. Yeah, I felt it as I was channeling the Agarthian. I'm assuming it was a Agarthian queen now. Every time I try to say it, it's a Agarthian queen or a queen of Agartha. Either way, as I was channeling, I could feel something happen, and it just took me right out of it. It's like, jeez, that's never happened before. And so far, no one has showed up. So I guess they said their thing. I think I mentioned this yesterday about. Obviously, this is not going to pertain to everyone. Tree elves. I was connecting them a little bit. Yeah, they are kind of vicious, but they're protecting the trees, and they're not always very kind. Some of them, I imagine you can find a nice one somewhere, but most of them are. They're not friendly at all. It's just they don't trust humans. It's I guess you have to earn their trust. Yeah, and just you gotta respect nature. So, I mean, we're all connected to nature. So, yeah, I can't remember everything I mentioned yesterday, but yeah. So lumberjacks are Agarthian beings. Those people that work on gardens are Agarthian beings. Well, they're very connected to it. That doesn't mean they're always connected to Agartha, but a lot of them are. People that that take care of animals are Agarthian beings. Like I say, not all of them, but quite a few of them are. You can say vegetarians are Agarthian beings. Is there anything else? Well, that gives you an idea. Yeah, because I knew somebody years ago that she didn't really. She liked nature. So you can talk to nature like it was no big deal. But she saw humans like, fuck you guys. It's like, damn. So, yeah, that's another side of. I mean, she wasn't that bad, but she had her moments. So I was like, a tree's better than a human. I don't think it was that bad, but anyway, it's. Yeah, so the darker Garthians are like that. Some just denounce nature altogether, but they still use the nature's force to do their bidding. So I haven't seen any Garthian wizards show up recently to kick my ass. Not yet. They cut my audio. I guess they're listening. No, they're not impressed. Obviously, to talk like a crazy person, because most people aren't connected to this type of thing. But they're just digging through all their stuff, seeing see if anybody comes out. Yesterday, somebody showed up. Yeah, because I felt a dimension. Something opened up behind me, and some being came right up behind me. I don't know what it was. I believe it was a Garthian being, and then something. I was channeling. I heard something over here, and it cut my audio out. So, for educational purposes, those out here, to add to that, you can call in all the archangels you want. I think they all went and got coffee, because when something like that shows up, you kind of have to take the beating, because they can't always protect you. So, not that I took a beating or anything, but yeah. So here we are. Yeah, it's a weird world. Yeah, it's a little more interesting than what we're being fed. That's for sure. Or a lot more interesting. Let's put it that way. Okay, for those new to all this, ivanso.com. Go through this real quick. We have a scheduler. We're on a channel. Cool Hands doing channeling by phone. Questions. I'm still on like June 2nd. It's what, the 16th or 17th? Jeez. Yeah, we're at a snail's pace. Same situation here. Come on. Other channels and heroes I do recommend. Social network. Awesomeness. As always. And the dating site. We're having changes made to it for the profile, but it takes a couple of days to bring that into existence. I haven't checked up on it yet. So you can put more detail profile information on there. I haven't gone through advertising, but I'm not sure if that stuff has gone live yet or not. So either way, we'll still put it out there. All right. So far so good. Shit. Yeah, Agarthian beings can fly. Some of them can, not all of them. And you don't have to have wings; they just fly. I'm getting a visualization of one right now as I'm talking here. So, yeah, they're pretty powerful, depending on their agenda. I still think the Black Magicians are playing a big role in our screwball comedy that we're living in right now. So, all right, the Matrix, the war in the Matrix, basically go into try to break things down. Wally world, yeah, you know, our reality to go into more detail of why it is the way it is. From an astral point of view, that's our real lives. Obviously, it's not the easiest thing to tap into. But yeah, we're here to discover a lot. They're not going to really give out the full mystery of it, but you know, over time, you never know. You still got to learn the lessons that you're here to learn, but they can always give you a little bit more detail of the astral plane. Always, like I said, yeah, it's astral in Agartha. If you want to cause some trouble, get some attention, as we did yesterday. I didn't expect it to happen that fast. But yeah, it's like they're just two real sensitive areas. It seems to be yeah, I've been feeling blocked ever since. But I can still bring it in. I can still connect to it here. It's just I have to channel it because they're blocking me from connecting to it. And you don't want to exhaust yourself either. So, all right, we'll see how this goes. Shit. Yeah. All right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings. We are the consciousness of astral. Your Kundalini awakening, doorways into heaven, hell, or into yourself, which could be heaven or hell. The astral plane is a lucid dream to you, but is your real reality. So when you have a lucid dream, like you feel like you're there, because you are. You feel like you're in another reality, because you are. You can go into multiple realities at any time you wish. That's why it makes this world so complicated. But also, that's what brought you entertainment into this world, because you're connected to other versions of Earth, brought that knowledge here. There are other worlds too, but a lot of it came from other versions of Earth. Wherever your consciousness wishes to go. Basically, yes, your astral is more entertaining. Just in existence. You don't have to watch television to be entertained. You just have to live life. Here, this world has been dialed down quite a bit. Because not everyone is behaving in astral. So you come to this world to become a better person. Now that doesn't go for everyone, but some of you are trying to heal from the astral energies of how difficult some of these beings are. You're all just basically trying to get along with each other. And some have mastered that, but not everyone. And some of you want a challenge, so you connect to those that are not easy to deal with. So you're actually building connections, and yes, in astral, sometimes it's hard to disconnect from someone. But they're always there, always there. So you incarnate with them. Hell, even marry them in this world. And then you divorce them. It's like I married somebody that I sort of love, and then you find, I hate this person. And you divorce them. And then that can disconnect you from them in astral. See, it didn't work on Earth. We tried to make it work. It didn't work. So, have a nice day. Get lost now. So, be surprised how much, it's like, I'll be with you forever if we can make it work on Earth. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And forever doesn't mean forever. There's different ways. It's forever with a certain time spree on that one. They didn't read the dotted line. But usually souls are having multiple relationships in astral at this time. Some are having tens of thousands at once. Good luck with that one. That's why so many are alone here too. In this reality. It's like, I need a break. That doesn't go for everybody. But some are in that little world. But astral relationships are nothing like this place. It's just, you don't have to worry about diseases. You just connect. And you see where things go. It's not made a big deal as it is on your world. Your world is just multi-dimensionally manipulated. That's kind of the point. It's to make it opposite than the astral plane. Now, we're going to say that, yes, your alien beings are in the fourth dimension, but they don't always see the astral plane as well as you do, as you are living. They have to tap into it. They're not necessarily allowed in it, you can welcome in it, but that's not always the case. There's different types of fourth dimension. There's different types of it's like different types of ketchup. Or different types of foods, You don't just have one kind. It isn't how it works. But your lucid dreams is really your astral self wanting to know where you're going, what is happening here. Some of you are, living some pretty intense lives in astral at this time. And you're feeling it here. Some are, being attacked in astral. Not that you're trying to. Some of you are very connected to the government citadels. They're called citadels. You can call them whatever you want, but we'll call them citadels. They're massive. And some of you you go to there every day to heal the politics. There is a big brother energy too, but not to affect that reality, but affecting yours. It is similar to what you would see in the books. It's more out in your face. It's more queer. And it has an Egyptian type of energy around it. Gee, what a surprise, right? It's a little bit more... It's not hiding anywhere. Your elite don't hide. You can go and talk to your Illuminati, David Rockefellers, whoever it is, anytime you want. Now, if they want to talk to you is another story, but you can walk right up to them without a problem, or appear in front of them, whatever works for you. So, connected to astral timelines is not always easy to access, but if you connect to this earth astrally, like you want to see the future, connect to the astral energies of seeing your earth's future. You might see multiple, that exists in a meditation or in your mind. You'll see multiple highways of timelines. You'll see people in them. Even possibly see the beings that are putting them together. Normally they're Greys. Greys are very good at putting together timelines. Andromedans are assisting also. Every being assists, but the Greys are very, very good at constructing a timeline very quickly. It doesn't mean they're out there with a hammer putting things together, but they're part of the energy field. Much of it comes from spirit, but the Greys add a little bit of a human touch to it for humans to understand it. There's a lot that goes into it. Your construction workers are work on timelines. Some of them are archon beings, not all of them. So it's up to you what you accept in your reality. Some dislike the thrill of being scared of everything, like archons for that matter. You gotta remove that whole scared situation. It depends if you want to or not. Sometimes you're just not meant to connect to certain people. And not that you're scared, just you don't want that energy field around you. It's quite understood. That's not fear, it's just like, I don't need that nonsense here. Especially when it comes to politicians. Alright, there's Agarthian vibrations I believe will go a little bit more deeper into your reality to the elder vibrations. So, blessings to you on your world discoveries. Blessings. Greetings, we are the elders from Agartha. Greetings. There is books of magic connected to your world. You call it the Bible, but that's more, yes, of a manipulated masterpiece. Not done by us. Your Earth's DNA, Earth itself has DNA that was made from other planets that help assemble it, which attracted your feline beings into reptilian beings, meaning they felt their vibrations already here before they got here. They were meant to find this place, to discover themselves, to bring war. They don't have to, but most likely it was going to be war. But also they are to combine their vibrations together to end the war in astral and on all levels. The universe lost itself a long time ago, not just because of your planet. As many are here with no identity. You're not alone. Many planets don't know who they are. You've been in a world that doesn't know what it is. All kinds of beings are coming and going. Everyone's getting sick all of a sudden. And some of you incarnate as lost planets. Some of you have been planets. You don't even remember. It's like, I'm just a little person. Well, you felt like a little person as a planet. It's like, no matter where you go, you feel small. No matter what we do for you, you feel like you don't matter. So, your planet is like a bus stop for everything. There's many stories, people are dancing, other people are figuring themselves out, some are bringing back your Egyptians. It's actually happening right now. Through seances. Maybe not at this moment, but probably. As Agarthian beings, yes, there's many magician beings that abuse their abilities. But their connection to the earth is a little bit different, meaning that they did not get karma for it. Eventually, but not instantly. Well, because they were teaching humanity a lesson. They saw flaws and exploited them, and then took them over. And they're kind of leaders of your planet now. They are, yes, called your elites. And they kind of, meaning that these magicians that are involved with this, many of their families were affected by it. They might not have been personally affected by it, but their families were. Like a lover, a child, through incarnation process. Because the elite energy is hard at the top. It's usually they're just by themselves. And you have others there, but your families are disconnected, at least in the beginning. So your Earth is already going through a pole shift now. It just hasn't showed itself currently. The humans are going through it first, as you're shifting dimensions, shifting realities, shifting for another shift to occur, which will be global eventually. Basically, humanity has to find where it wants to be. And once it finally settles down, and then, not to say a major pole shift is coming, but a major change is on its way. Of course it is. It's always change here. There will be a time when the continents are finally starting to move. You have some time for that, though. our energy is connected to your. Yes, we're watchers of the planet. We're 5 feet tall. We're not noticed. We're elders for a reason. We look old. We always look old. You can say we look like trolls. And gnomes are known to connect to us or even look like us sometimes. We can be shapeshifters, but we're not. We're like little Yodas, you can say. We don't look like that, but we're similar. Oh, kind of. But your Earth is getting a lot of backlash for allowing a lot of this to occur. Leaving the door open for too long for transition. For the world is kind of a little bit of everything. So there's so many different agendas. Nobody knows where the world's going, or even timelines are going. On other planets, it's easy to see the future. On your world, it's not so much. Some of you get lucky. Most of you don't. Some are, yes, in the fear-mongering timeline, which is it's the soul trying to get attention for itself. That's one thing about some, your conspiracy theorists. Some of them are at a mid-range of soul growth. They have not quite made peace with themselves, so they're fear-mongering, but they like the attention. It's kind of like an adult child. The more they scream, this, like mom didn't pay much attention to him as a kid. So they go online and start all up. You can kind of tell. Depends on, we're connected to a certain energy. We don't have a sample here. Yes, your politicians are mostly clones. Your elites are, yes, much of your elite have become more of a cyber type of being. Yes, they're in fourth dimension, or an astral, whatever you want to call it. But many have become more cybernetic, robotic. Now your Agarthians are a little bit different. They stay in magic forever. They're not going to turn into some robot god, no. But your human elite will. Some of them, not all of them. So, as you can tell, you're becoming more cyber-like, living forever. Take 1,000 vitamins a day. But your black magicians, yes, are connected to all the religions, or dark magicians, I should call them, whatever you want to call them. And all the readings, the books have little codes in them. That has a magician energy there. It's an activation. You don't need a religion to find yourself, but it is there to program the human to become more third dimension. Doesn't mean you have to throw the book away, but you have to deactivate the codings to see something different. As religion becomes less, as humans become less connected to that, they know they have a spiritual connection, but they don't know what it is. So they run to religion as a safety net. And when you have magician wizard beings here causing havoc, sometimes finding religion is probably the best bet. When you don't know your powers, you go to a place that will protect you, right? But there will be a time when magician energies become more known. And sometimes fly in your skies. It's enough. Now you might see it in your third eye. You might see your presence here. The beings that were here yesterday, there were several actually. Only one made it full of some. Yeah, they wanted to be part of the action, but yeah, they weren't too happy about the Agarthian world becoming known. Nature is your key. Yes. How many humans here are connected to nature? Notice how many are disconnected. Majority of humanity is disconnected from nature, done on purpose. As you remember nature, the Agarthian type of vibrations, that's when your wizard beings start to become more known. You don't have to hug a tree, but realize Agarthian beings live within nature's energy. Basically, it's like you look at trees, what comes to your mind? You look at trees, you look at, many of you have grass around you. What energy comes to mind? Is it a fairy being? Is it an elf being? and we believe it's most of the time going to be of a positive energy. So, many Agarthian beings, yes, we're not of human DNA. Some are. Some are Atlantean beings here, but they're not really. They're just Atlanteans that call themselves Agarthians. They have the ears, as we all do. We all have little pointy ears. It's who we are, just like who you are. And yes, we've been around much longer than your planet. As your planet was being formed, you can say we were called in to keep it together, to keep nature flowing. It's kind of like your local gardener. Nature was born here, but it cannot sustain itself, so Agartha was born within it. Everyone has their own little idea of it. And your matrix energies is actually more of your alien energies. Your reality that you're in is more of an alien invention. Yes, your wizards can do a great deal, but they would rather you see a dragon and be terrified of it, or be eaten by it for that matter. That's where they get their little. So the aliens added another layer of hiddenness here. Agarthians aren't really ones to keep you away from what's here. They're not that interested in it. Notice how we're out of focus at this moment. But yes, your reality, your call it manipulated reality, is more of your alien technology manipulation, vibration. Now the Agarthians are involved, yes. The Dark Ones, yes. But it's their connection with the aliens. Basically, bring your technologies here, let you suck the energies of humanity, and agendas aren't always clear of why all of this is occurring. Why? Why are the black magicians doing this? There's always a reason, but not always to teach humanity a lesson. Realize you can come out of this. You can awaken too, if you wish. Do you want a dragon to appear here? Do you want elf beings to appear? Yes, your aliens will show eventually. The doorway to our Agarthians is much easier. We are everywhere. You have a tree somewhere. You have grass somewhere. That is your Agartha vibration. We are nature. And so are you. You just forgot. And why was your human form chosen? It was the easiest way to keep you hidden from yourselves. If you all looked like your human body, but you had like a cat head, but you had cat people, animals here, I'll make it unfair. Or a gorilla head for that matter. So all of that was removed, so you can all look pretty much the same. Different, but the same. You still have features of them, but you call yourself human, though. Yes, you have some similar features to your gorillas, but those that look like gorillas have a lot of their DNA. That's all it means. It doesn't mean that some of them are just monkey people. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, the Reptilians. No, this is the Agarthians too. They like to put people against each other. It is soft. You are their football. You are their entertainment. They put in a little bit of wording out there and get everybody crazy. And just sit there and watch. And then they try to get other people. They put little thoughts in people's head to get them to do things. Your news media has done it all the time. Completely taken over. If you awaken, if you're a news person and you awaken, you probably would quit. He's like, this is just not for me anymore. Yeah, they're programmed zombies by the black magicians. A lot of it's feline. It's a combination of different beings. Your Syrians are known to control planets, just so you know. Such as your Egypt. Your Pharaohs have a lot of Syrian vibrations. Their symbolism is a program. A codex within it, the program society. And your Pharaohs at one time had control at one time, can control the Nile River and bring the waters up down. Yeah, when they got mad, they made things happen. Eventually, they lost their power, though. It died out. The Atlantean vibration within them, the DNA, was no longer as strong as it used to be. They did get karma for it eventually, but they were superpower beings. They were called your pharaohs of your ancient world. Your gods, your Greeks, were the Greek version of that. And they just died out. They just left. Most of them were fourth dimension. But they were here in the physical. And humans did channel their... They're still channeling Zeus through your cathedrals. That has not changed. Your Pope is very connected to Zeus's energy. I believe some of you are aware of that. As for Agarthian visitation sites, yes, as you connect with nature, see a doorway into our world. Your tree elves, yes, are not always to be trusted. But humans don't really trust each other either. They can feel the vibrations of humans. Humans don't trust each other, so why should they trust humans? Humans aren't very loving to each other, so why would a tree elf want to be around a human? A tree is very loving, caring energy. An elf loves the tree. But how humans act, humans have made themselves look like the enemy. Yes, trees being cut down. Of course, trees are being cut down so humans can evolve. Agarthians understand. See, it takes a while for Agarthian to understand. Humans must do what humans must do due to the circumstance. You can hate them all you want, but realize they have to eat. They have to live somewhere. You gotta give them some slack. Yes, they cut down trees. They kill animals to eat. Give them some slack. They're not the enemy. And vegans feel that humans that eat meat are the enemy. They're not. As more of the meat eaters and the vegans come together, there's more to it than that. That's when the earth really starts to heal. There's a divide. Yes, many Agarthians have a lot of difficulties with humans. Yes, they're vegan, they're connected to the earth, they're connected to the higher vibrations, but then they see someone eating a hamburger somewhere, it's like, oh, just what are you doing? There's a lot to learn there. And then when eating the hamburger, yeah, I realize all the energies, but, you know, we're all here to learn together, aren't you? So, alright, blessings to you all. Your soul discovery.